today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how I managed to flip 3K account to a 20,000 account with just trading 3 pairs, which is XAU USD, which is gold, GBP USD, which is pound against the USD, and also Euro USD, which is the euro against the dollar. It was mad insane, man. Like, you know, sometimes the risk is always worth it. So without any further ado, guys, let's go to the video. What is going on, everybody? This is your boy the GOAT Andy Za. You know there's VSOP, and there's XO, and I'm the XO of Forex, king of price action. If you didn't know that, you are the only one in here who don't know. What's Gucci, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, please don't forget to hit that like button and please subscribe. So guys, today's video is gonna be mad insane. He's gonna be mad crazy. Also, I'm gonna be breaking down how I actually took an account to 20,000 within 2 hours, like only trading 3 pairs timely, like with timing, not just doing anything, you know, with timing. 2 hours I was done and made myself a young 20K, and that's just the maddest insane thing. Like, trading is for real. So we're gonna be starting, and guys, please, the first thing, don't judge me. The first thing, don't even judge me, you feel me? Like, don't even try judging me, because it happens to everybody else, you feel me? I feel like people would be like, hey Andy, but that was full margin, that's what, that was what, that, bro, it don't matter. Full margin or not full margin, it doesn't matter as long as you manage to flip your account, you feel what I'm saying? So without any further waste of time, let's get to it. So when this happened, this was on the 26th of October. So that market was crazy, you understand? I saw this beautiful setup on gold and I managed to, like, okay, cool. Let me go, you know, full margin and all of that, because I'm seeing something really crazy over there. And as you can see, guys, how it is right now, like, it was crazy. We've seen that, okay, the market was this and this and that, and I just barcoded like crazy insane. And then, as you can see there, I've shown you guys how my anticipation was. I'll also show you on TradingView on how it actually was, so it doesn't it doesn't disturb you and stuff like that. So few minutes later, gold decides to reverse, and bear in mind, guys, I just barcoded like crazy. And I was pretty scared, because at the same time, a lot of y'all probably will be asking why did I buy on resistance, right? I'm gonna be explaining that in a video of why did I buy on resistance, because there's what guys I always tell you, you gotta understand the market in a different type way, and that's gonna allow you or afford you to actually do things the right way, you feel what I'm saying? So as I went full margin, you can see, let's see what happens. So gold finally comes back again, and this is like few minutes later, 45 minutes later, comes back, and now I'm running profit of 5,000. And it's crazy because you also want to see how I was able to set my buy stops and my orders on gold and Euro USD. So I'll show you guys how I did it. For now, let's see what happens on this pair. So now, 40 minutes later, we already set our GBP USD buy stop and also Euro USD buy stop. So if you can look at it, how we actually caught the GBP USD buy. It was from a breakout, and also on Euro USD, we're waiting for that breakout. After that breakout, we're actually looking for the market to continue going up. That's just how it is. Like, we can't really cheat the market like that. So we just gotta follow it simple and pure. Like, that's just what we did. So as time goes by, I think this was like 15 minutes later after the 40 minutes, and then boom, guys, we are running in 14,000 profit. Like, it's just crazy. We're running on 14K profit, and just bear in mind, we are only, I think, 1 hour 30 minutes, if not 20 minutes in onto this, and already look what's going on, right? Eventually it happened. We touched down to 15K, and look at the equity. The equity is 920,000. So let me show you guys how I actually managed to flip this account to actually put it in that type tip by explaining all the entries that I had and why and how, also explaining the lot sizes and stuff like that. So at the end, I figured out if I don't close, then I'm gonna be quite fucked up. So I decided to close the account. I closed my trades, and I want to teach you guys something that probably most of you all didn't know. You can actually scale out of profit than actually closing all your actual trades. So it's a matter of fact of you decreasing the lot size, and you can see right now decreasing the lot size and closing. It doesn't entirely close it. You can see it's 25 lots, 0.25 lots. I only decreased 10. So you can see now on Euro USD we only have 0.13. So it's called scaling out. Obviously there's scaling in when you add on trades, and there's scaling out when you're exiting the trades. So scaling out of the trades is more of one thing that kind of helps you to secure profit and actually still have some trades running, you know, like that's what I like doing, especially when I'm looking forward to swinging a trade or stuff like that. So guys, this will happen because of this 2 hours I managed to make 20K. So there's two things over here, right? I want to make people better for this 20K, right? So when people better for this 20K, what do I do with it? You guys tell me what do I do with it, but obviously you'll tell me on the comment section which one is the best, right? Number one, should I create the trading challenge? The person who wins grows their accounts bigger, I fund them this 20K? Or rather, do you wanna see me flip this 20K into something else? You guys will tell me, you feel me? Or just withdraw it and eat it with my son. So which one is which? Which one is which? Should I make a competition of somebody actually you'll click the link on my bio, on my description, so that you can see to participate in actually you being the best trader, of which this 20K is just gonna go to you because I noticed. So without any further waste of time, guys, let's get to how I actually took this trades and what happened actually for this to happen. So guys, we are actually back again, right? So we're gonna be breaking down how we actually all these trades happening and what were the reasons behind us taking them and stuff like that. Just purely examining the market and actually giving you what's clear and what's straight and forward. So we're gonna start first with gold. So if you can quite remember, with gold we were somewhere right about here, I think. Yeah, somewhere right about here. So what made us to take this trade was the fact that when I looked left, I realized we have a double bottom, right? As we have a double bottom, we all know it formates a W formation, which is something of this nature. So I was anticipating the market would go up straight to the top, right? So in this instance, what happens is that dropping down to a 1 hour time frame and kind of going back right about here, what had happened was the fact that, remember I said I'm gonna teach you how to buy on resistance, right? And so this is how I analyze. It's like, okay, so we are here, this happened, and also this happened. So what's next? After the market retest, we actually go straight to the top, right? So looking left, this is what had happened at that level time. So in this instance, when the market was here, I automatically knew that the market would want to go straight to the top. So we had to set up our first scenario. So the first scenario, the market would turn right there. Second scenario, the market would turn possibly right about there. And then lastly, it will come up until that level point. So eventually, we knew that the market has a high possibility to go up straight to the top, right? So we already knew about that. So it doesn't really matter what really happened. So from there, the market broke out and came back to here. So if you kind of zoom it in, you're going to figure out that also here, this retest was quite perfect, right? And why am I saying this retest was quite perfect? It's because we had an impulse correction, which retested on a neckline of an inverse head and shoulder. It impulsed again, came back to retest the same trend line that it just broke up. So eventually it just continuously respected price action. For instance, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse again, and then it corrected and then it corrected again, then it reversed, right? There's a formula we have in our pro trading foundation about impulse plus correction equals to what, and correction plus correction equals to what, impulse plus impulse equals to what. That formula really works. That's the reason why I just said correction plus correction equated to something. So our entry was somewhere right about here, and now this explains why did I buy on resistance. Not really buy on resistance, but bought before the market got to the resistance. Bear in mind, I missed the first entry. I didn't miss the second entry. So what had happened was, okay, Andy, so what's the approach? Is what's stronger, the correction or for the market to build up towards these buys happening, or what's stronger is the fact that this resistance is respected? So I looked at the first thing. So the first thing that I looked at was, okay, cool. How was our first touch? Right, our first touch on this resistance was it impulsed upside and it reversed. But our second touch now, it's corrective. Why? Because it shows that there's actually sellers trying to come into the market, and they just putting enough pressure in the market, but they failing. That is the reason why we have a lot of candlesticks before we break this this zone. So also here there was no conflict because it just shot up straight to the top. But here, the minute it gets here, it rejects. Why? Because now some people are thinking it's gonna be a double top, and some people are just saying it's probably gonna continue. And when it reversed and created this, to me it was saying, so sellers are fighting the buyers, and buyers are actually coming hard. The reason why these prices quite have a lot of spikes, if you can look at them over here, there's a lot of spikes below. So I was like, okay, cool, you know what? Following also the market nature, this is an impulse, this is a correction. So I'm expecting what? A continuation to the upside, of which, remember, from the get-go, the market, when it got here, the first target was also here. So this is one thing that made me take this first trade, and I took it from here, and that's where I barcoded, as I have told you guys. That's where I barcoded, and then my first target was actually here. That is the reason why the minute the market passed the bid, I was like, damn, why did I even close? So basically it was a scalp entry. So that's why I was like, it's one of those scalper entries. But I would have loved to see gold go up until that far. So that's just it about gold. So let's go to GBP USD. So GBP USD, without even further explaining it, it explains itself, right? So if you can look at it, I actually have drawn all my trend lines and whatever. So I came to discover that we are moving in a bullish market right now. So when I drop it to a 1 hour time frame, you are gonna figure out how did I come about setting up my market. So this is what happened. This was my first entry on my different account actually, and then when it got here, I went out. But as well, I was like, okay, cool. So if we have this enough gap, if we have this enough gap right here to fulfill, why would the market reject right here and go down? It didn't make sense. You understand? Why would the market reject down there when we have so much space to fill in over here? So that's the reason why I had to wait for that breakout. So if you remember, my entry was here. I had said to myself, and this is also, guys, for you to be safe in the future. For you to be safe in the future, you gotta understand that setting your orders, utilize your orders, guys. Utilize your orders. The buy stops, the sell stops are there for a purpose. They're there for a reason, right? They're there for a purpose. They're there for a reason. So our entry was here, and because we opened a bigger lot, the minute the market got somewhere right about here, we went out because we never wanted to risk the profits we already made, and we never want to experience that type of risk to say, you know, when you know you over risked, and you know, so that's what happened. That's why we actually eventually went out of this trade. And also it was because of the simplest impulse correction, impulse, a small version of a correction, then impulse again. Now we are experiencing a larger version of a correction, and then we are expecting the market to go up straight to the top. So that's just it. With GBPUSD, purely simple, we caught this entry from a buy stop right here, and then we went out right there. So let's go to Euro USD. So with Euro USD as well, it's just very unfortunate that so this is my current setup actually. I'm looking for Euro USD to quite drop up until it respects this level, then drop back to the top because of this. So at that moment, I think Euro USD was somewhere right about here. So what had happened was the fact that I looked left, right guys? So as I looked left, I figured we have a sensitive area. You feel me? So when we had the, okay, you can also see it also respected right here as well. So I was like, okay guys, since well then the dollar index is gonna be weak, what would be wrong about Euro USD actually buying? Because also when I looked at this, I figured this is called a continuation pattern that actually builds up the buying momentum. So if you can look in a 15-minute time frame, the last price action that happened over here, it was legit a correction of which after the market touched it, shot straight to the top. So let's go back to a 1 hour time frame. On an hourly time frame, on this same price, we had bought the minute the market had a breakout. So what had happened was the fact that the market was, we said if the market breaks right there, we're looking forward to swinging this trade up until possibly right at the top. So eventually, if I had you can see this would possibly be my first target, and there's looking left, this would possibly be my second target, and yeah, that would just be my targets. But at the same time, what had happened was the market quite played around, not really played around in an impatient way, but I told you guys sometimes also our psychology plays with us, because why? We know that I high risk, like I genuinely high risk. I open, I think on that kind of small account, I opened 0.25 lots. It's a lot for that account, and if the market had to reverse back against me, it would have taken the account. You understand? So we just put in 0.25, the market impulsed to the upside, and then when it got closer to the first take profit, we genuinely went out. So if you noticed all the trades, I eventually manually closed, because why? You don't want to find yourself forcing to swing a trade when you know what the market could possibly do. You funded small, you just quadrupled the account. Why would be so wrong by closing? That's the same thing we always say to people, that guys, know the right time to close, know the right time to go in, and know the right time to go out. So without any further ado guys, thanks for watching this video till this far. If you are new to this channel, please don't forget to hit that like button, and please subscribe. It really means a lot guys. Comment down below the videos that I have to kind of make for you guys, and also don't forget to support us guys. The Telegram group link, it's on the bio. The broker that we use link, it's on the bio, and if you tap into that broker and click on it guys, the best person to grow their account, I'm gonna be funding them that 20,000 that I actually flip their account with. So it's all up to you if you want to participate or not. It doesn't really matter. This is me just trying to get an opportunity for you guys to have a big account or something like that. But beyond everything, much love, peace and happiness. This is Go Eddie. You already know what's going on. Brokage.